Hey guys, today we're going to be opening Dune. Alright, well, McFarlane Toys has put out 4 action figures from the movie Dune in this. And in the boxes themselves, you also have a collect to build, which is a new thing they've kind of been doing the last several years, where it's going to come with pieces of another figure. So there's actually 5 total figures from the Dune movie. So these are some of the characters from the movie themselves. The main character is this one, Paul Atreides, played by Timothée Chalamet, and they did a great job casting. He's a fantastic actor. There's not a lot of artwork on these boxes. You have just one pose on the back, and that's it for all of them. So we start with Paul Atreides, the main character of the movie Dune. We also have his mother, Lady Jessica, Duncan Idaho as a figure, and played by Jason Momoa. The last figure, which is Stilgar, he is the leader of the Fremen, which are the indigenous people of the planet Arrakis. So let's go ahead and get these figures out of the boxes and see what they look like. I'm a little disappointed in the way that they approach these figures. It seems like a bit of a give up. But as big as the movie is, I feel like they could have done something better than just to put them all in these, what they're called the Fremen, which is the indigenous people, the Fremen still suits. That's the different outfits that each of these guys have on. There's really no variance in any of these figures at all, other than the head sculpts. That's it. If you take these two figures, the Duncan Idaho and the Stilgar, everything is exactly the same. They're the same size, they have the same costume, the outfit. There's nothing that differentiates these two guys from one another other than the head sculpts. The head sculpts themselves aren't really that great. Like if I'm looking at this one of Duncan Idaho, am I really seeing Jason Momoa in that? A little bit. I feel like it could be a lot better than what it is. They've done better on some other ones. Same thing with the Stilgar sculpt. You know, this little headpiece comes off. This is the breathing mask, but you know, it's okay, but I've seen way better jobs on the sculpts than what these are. So you take a look at these two. Honestly, they're exactly the same except for the heads. Here you have the mother and the son, and yes, he is a younger adult and she's a woman, but they're exactly the same. If you look at them, you could take this head, put it over here, it would be exactly the same. There's nothing different. So they didn't make this one look any more like a woman, or this one look any more like a young adult man. They just slap different heads on them. And again, the Timothy head sculpt is probably the best out of all of them. Like, this is the best head sculpt. Hers is not that great. As far as the accessories, they just sort of loaded them up with all the same things. If we take the extra figure accessories out, so let's just remove everything that comes with to make the extra figure, here's what we're left with each one. All right, we get this accessory, which is called a crysknife. It's supposed to be a knife where the blade is made out of one of the teeth of the sandworms. We've got one for Lady Jessica, one for Paul Atreides, and one for Stilgar. So we got 3 crysknives in here. They all each come with one other additional accessory, so to speak. So Lady Jessica gets a backpack, Stilgar gets a backpack, the exact same thing. Paul Atreides gets a couple of daggers, a couple of knives that he's got, so that's all he additionally comes with. There's no place on the suit for them to store any of these accessories. The backpack hangs on okay. And we've got Duncan Idaho comes with 2 of the swords. He's a swordsman in the movie, and they're not even that well sculpted. They're really not well painted. There's not a very good job done with these 2 swords in and of themselves. Not a lot of detail to them. Now, as far as articulation is concerned, they're pretty good. McFarlane's done a great job with how they've been articulating their toys. Full rotation in the arms, you know, nice shoulder joints, the way that they move. They have double articulation in the elbows, so you can get a nice tight bend in the arms for posing. So those poses can go really well with what that looks like. Again, double articulation in the legs, so you can get some nice deep knee bends. Toes move up and down. The feet rotate. A lot of rotation in the legs to where you can have some good movement there. Rotation in the torso in 2 different places. So, I mean, the articulation is really good. So I'm gonna say that's a plus for these particular figures, is how the articulation is. This, of course, is Dave Bautista's character called Rabin, or Glossu Rabin is his first, Glossu is his first name. The head sculpt is actually pretty decent comparatively with the other ones. It's maybe number 2 on the list. It does look like Dave Bautista in that, and so I'll give him that. That's head sculpt okay. I want to see how easy this is to put together, since I've not done it as of yet, and what it looks like after the fact. So let's go ahead and start with snapping these in place. Head is on. Rotation is good with the head, so that's pretty good. Arms, again, these are all just ball sockets. Alright, first arm in. I think the secret may be to bend these down a little bit. I'm gonna just tell you, that took a lot of effort. I'm not a small guy by any means, and trying to push these arms into those sockets was not easy. That was kind of tough. And maybe that's good. Maybe you don't want them to where they can pop off easily. Looking at the articulation, it seems just as articulated as the other figures. His legs seem like they're kind of separating a little bit right there. He comes with this sword, which again is not really well done. It's really poorly done. And then he also comes with a whip, which again has 0 movement to it whatsoever. So that in and of itself is not that great. All right, all in all, the Build-A-Figure not that great. It's okay. The sculpting itself is decent. Putting it together still seems a little suspect. Even with just trying to move it around, this leg joint is really separating right here. You know, the Dune collection, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disappointed with it. Don't feel like that it really is varied enough to justify, I guess, paying any kind of full price for any of these. If you find them on sale, and if you like one particular character, you might actually like that. I have a diorama in mind because Dune is such a great movie, and it is such a visual movie that I think we can do some really amazing dioramas. If you can find them on sale, maybe pick them up. If you cannot, maybe wait. Let's see what happens. Well, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. If at any time you have liked it, you'll like the video, or you will go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's a huge help to me. I really appreciate you watching Figure It Out as we take these figures out of the box and see what we can do with them. Thanks for watching.